Hi everyone and welcome. It is our second month, right? But our first week of June check-in. So one whole week of June is gone. It has disappeared. So before we get into it, I just want to tell you that if you are also because I know so many of you love the entire system of the Save to Sync, the Mindful Money Awareness System needed an envelope. And I never included it. So now this is available over on the .com. It's under Save to Sync. Go grab your envelope, and if you want it, right? But we're getting into this today. You know, I am throwing all of the receipts into here. Yep, all into here. And what do we got going on? Because this is our second month, we need to add pages, right? Because, you know, our first month we printed it, and, you know, for each week, you need one of these and you need 4 of these, unless you're consolidating. And if you're consolidating, that's fine. What I did this month was I printed front and back. So this is for, now look at this, June, July, August, September. Did I do that right? Hold on. June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And then I shouldn't have printed the last page, but that's okay. We can roll into January. So the budgeting to spend, I'm done for the year with printing these. So I'm gonna do that. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to track my spending. I'm going to keep it individually because I really, really like that. So I'm going to punch holes in this and put it in my book before we go any further. So I'm using all these categories, right? And I also printed, I was running out of ink, but you know what? That's okay. My quick view snapshot, I printed enough for the next couple of weeks. Same thing with my money check-ins, because, you know, it's like, I don't want to do this every month. I want to kind of be ahead for either every other month or maybe for the rest of the year. Now, could you imagine? This is all got to get in here. This is all got to get in here. So I'm going to get it in there and I'll be right back. Okay, that was pretty cool, right? So yes, this keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think what's going to happen is that as the year goes on, maybe the weekly and the monthly check-ins come out into their own binder. And you know what? We talked about having a Zoom meeting or Google Meets, right? I want to know if you're still interested in that. And if you are, when would you like to do it? At the end of June? Or do you want to wait till the end of July? I would preferably, you know what? I don't know where I'll be at the end of June with my eye. So let's keep that conversation open and let's bring it into tonight's live. All right. Let's get in this because I have to tell you that tracking everything is working for me. I don't know if it's the visual or the mindset or the consistency or the fact that I am 100% intentional. Hold on. I'm going to zoom in just a little. Because if you agree with me, if this is helping you stay intentional, I would love to know. So I'm going to just write June over here. And that's it. So June 1st fell on Monday. So today's the 7th. So we're going to go the 1st through the 6th. That's what I am doing. So for me, this category is groceries. Okay. I don't think since I'm not a cash budgeter. For me right now, this is to keep me on track. In my head, this one is $250 a week. But it went over that. And with the price of groceries, I might have to adjust this to be $300. All right, we're in here right now. But we're going to come over here to our spend. Now what I'm doing is, when this month is done, it will go behind May. Okay? And same thing with the tracking. When this one is done, it will go behind the others. So I will pull out and work on it this way. So this is groceries, and it would be June 1st through the 6th of 2026. I'm going to start with $250. Now, for groceries, we might even be over that. 6.3, I see 6.4, 6.5, and 6.5. That's not it. All right, let's do this. So we've got 65, 45, 222.25, 83.61. We're over, and 30.07. This was kind of expensive because we had a family dinner last night for the birthdays. And I actually allocate for barbecues. We did not barbecue because I don't have a pool. So we went to TJ's house. But that's okay. So I'm going to cross these off of that list. But I'm also going to look at, we had another one on the 1st, and this was at Weiss. These are all Walmart, because that's like the only game in town. And this was $14.49. All right, so I'm going to cross that off my list. All right, let's add that sucker up. 65, 45, 222.25, 83.61, 30.07, and 14.49. Ooh, this came to 415.87. How does that happen? How does that happen? I don't know. I don't know. You would think that we were feeding an army, but we're not. All right. All right, so we spent $415.87. So we are over by 165. Or is that it? 165.87. 165.87. Okay. You know what? It might balance out. You know, if I did a huge Walmart grocery shop this week, I might not do another one of those until June, second week of June. So let's watch how this plays out. My only issue is this. Vinny runs to the store every day because he likes fresh food. Like I said, when I don't have other people living with me, I probably will have a smaller budget. But that's okay. Let's see where dining out left us. All right. June 1st through the 6th. What did we say? $200 a week. Okay, let's do this because you're gonna laugh again. I swear this sharing all this, I'm gonna be the laugh of the town. June 1st through the 6th. $200 a week. All right. Okay. On the 6th, and they're not in order because I'm looking at them, pizza. And guess who had that? And that was $6.55. Then on the 6th, he also had a bagel. I don't know if I spelled that right. $7.76. And then he had on the 3rd, ice cream. He tried taking Bella with him, and I would not let him. $5.01, because I was not going. I'm trying to be so good. Okay, so we have pizza, we have bagels, we have ice cream. And then he had bagels again on, bagels twice on the 3rd? Oh no, on the 3rd he had bagels. And that was $3.90. Okay, auto parts, car parts. Oh, on the 2nd, looks like he had McDonald's. He had $7 he spent. Okay, that's our auto parts. And then on the 1st, when the Porta-John was not delivered, he was mopey, and this, I literally had to deflect, and I'm like, let's go, just get in the car, we're going to grab something to eat. And he, like a puppy dog, he gets so excited, he's like, okay, we're going in the car, and I changed his mindset. Truth be told, that dinner out cost us $69.03. Do I regret doing that? Sure I do. Okay, $69.03, $7, $3.90, $5.01, $7.76, and $6.55. Oh, we were under. That was $99.25 for the week. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. 90, 95, 99, 99.25, 99.25. So that's $7,500.75. Finally in the positive. Okay, let's do gas. We'll come over here and we'll do June 1st through the 6th. I just want to make sure that I'm recording. Okay. $200 budget, right? Let's go to our spending tracking. Now, do you want to share with me what categories are you tracking? I'm just kind of curious. So this is gas, and it's June 1st through the 6th. $200 is my goal. Then, let's see. Gas on the 6th, 6/6, was $21.61. On the 4th, it was $29.12. All right. So these two are gone. Auto parts and car parts. Arthur Avenue, we did that. All right. Oh, so we're in the positive right now. Oh, we're loving that. So this totaled up, and you know what? I'll probably use this sheet again. I think I am. I'm gonna try to consolidate. 21.61 and 29.12 is 50.73. Okay. So we spent 50.73. Oh my God, so that's 149. I want to do the math in my head so bad. 149.27. I saw it, but I couldn't multitask that number out of my mouth. Okay, so we got looking good on the first week of June. Look at how exciting I'm getting. Okay, this one's gonna kill me. This one's because I know we already overspent, but I'll explain why. June 1st through the 6th, we're gonna have a $200 budget. And we're going to track our spending for Amazon. And Prime Day is coming up. And there's a couple of things for the household. Starting balance is $200. Now, I know we're over that. So we got the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. So on the 3rd, it was $27.75, $254.38, $20.09, $62.49, and $28.61. Now, I did buy 2 deck boxes for out front. The others were lawnmower parts, the power washer. I wanted to wash the cement around the pool before the new pool liner came. John went to fire up the power washer, and there was a fuel leak. So we ordered in the parts. The part came, and it's not the right one, so this has to go back, and the new one is coming. Then we have moss on my sister's roof, my farmhouse roof. So we ordered in this granular moss eater to get rid of that. So that's been ordered. Then I had to order the chemicals for the Porta-John. And while I was looking up what chemicals do you put in the Porta-Johns, I saw that there was septic system pods that you throw down your toilet once a month, and it helps maintain the septic system, which I have. And I was just like, you know what? Let me be preventative and let me order that. So I ordered that also. And then there were lawnmower parts, and I do believe blower parts. There's a lot of parts in here, aside from everything I just told you. Yeah. And probably next week, I have to look across my office and see what has to be ordered for business. What papers, what stickers, what envelopes, what sealers, what has to be ordered. It's that kind of 6-month, like, let's look at what you need, what's on auto ship, what we don't need. So next week there will be another Amazon. But you know what? Amazon for us is, we don't have any of these stores local. So you know what? This is all, this is killing me. This is just where we get it from. And like I said, sometimes we can't, because some of this stuff is business related. Some of this stuff is home maintenance. So I'm comfortable. I really am. And we spent $393, $393, $32. So we are off by $193.32. All right. Okay. P&B. T's really not a part of this. T's doing, the T part of that is doing pretty good. So we're going to just check on the V part of it. 1 through the 6th. Oh, I did it backwards. We're just going to put T and V. And we're going to still allocate 2. But Vinny only went to the grocery store, which does not count on his thing. And the only other thing was, I want to say this week, I did not write down the date. So I'm just going to use the 5th, just say. And he had Dunkin'. He recharged his card, and he put a $10 amount on it. So that's all done. So honestly, I'm ahead here. All right, week of June 1 through 6, and spent was 10. We had a $200 budget, and there's $190 remaining. Looking, oh, plus. Looking pretty good. All right, moving on to personal. This would be J and D. JD. Don and Donna. And this is J and D. And it's June 1st through the 6th. Balance of $200. Now, on the 2nd, we had auto parts of $67.20. And then we had car parts ordered online. I didn't write the date, and it was $32.38. And auto parts again. And this one makes me huff and puff. I want to blow my house down. And that is 106.87. And honestly, besides the deck boxes from Amazon, I did not spend money. That list is completely done. 67.20, 32.38, and 106.87. He's at 206.45. He spent 206.45. Negative $6.45. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to get our check-in. And I'm just going to pull that out. This is one of the weekly snapshot. I don't know what, but this page, I love it. I love the visual. And I probably should have had this running alongside of it so we didn't have to get a visual again. But you know what? It's okay. So we got, is that groceries, right? We got groceries, eating out, gas, Amazon, TNV, and D and Donna and John. Okay. Oof, planned was 250. 415.87. 165.87 is our negative. Dining out. Allocated 200 for all of these. And you know what? I have to give groceries grace because the prices are crazy. But I will tell you this. We actually spent $99.25. We're in a positive of $100.75. Look at this. I mean, this blows me away this month. But like I said, every month is going to be different. And that's why I really wanted eyes on this for 3 months before I really started looking at my numbers. What I was going to say was this. On my list of things to do, I was thinking about literally going through the entire pantry, ripping it apart, everything that's in there, revamping it just a little, and keeping inventory. Like compiling a list of ketchup and pastas and break them down by whatever pasta. Like, do you like spaghetti? Do you have, fettuccine? Do you like whatever you use the most in your house? Have a list and keep an inventory of it. Rotate it, and this way you have a visual. Maybe that's the one that becomes laminated. And as you update it, you can, let's talk about that on the live tonight, because I really think that could be a huge grocery store save. I really do. All right. So we had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.50 was our total, right? That was our budget for the week. We spent 415.87, 99.25, 50.73, 393.22, $10, and 206.45. We spent $1,175.52. So for once, I'm like, whoa, for once, we are at a positive of $74.48. Love that we are at a positive this week. Okay. Wins this big week. positive numbers. What challenged me? You know what? Business startup for TJ. What I will adjust. Just watching. And reminders from me. The word grace came into my head first. Right? That was the one that hit me. But be intentional. Now, what I'm going to do is this. That's the weekly check-in, and I'm going to leave it right here in the front. And next week, I get to use the back side of the page, right? And it's so funny, when I use the word backside, who knows what I think of? And it's not a butt, B-U-T, T. It's the backside of water at Disney on Jungle Book Cruise. Sorry, if you knew what I was talking about, I don't know. Throw me hearts. Throw me hearts. What I'm going to do now is off camera, I am going to do my weekly. And I am going to do, I did not do my other one, so let me see here. Where's my papers? I didn't make a photocopy of this. Plan with purpose. I want to do this one. I'm going to do that one. This has to be done for May. I have to work on this one because I did not get it done. And I did want to just go through this. I did the 17th and the 9th through the 16th, the 17th, and I didn't do the other two. All right. This is my homework, and I'm going to do this off camera. Oh, what a relief. You know, I'm going to admit, I sit here and go, oh my gosh, I got to do that budget book, right? And I put it on my to-do list. So Jarvis gives me everything that has to be done on the specific day, because that's what our job is this month, is to get me on a schedule. And he's like, all right, tomorrow you have to do. All right, today you have to do. And I'm like, stop telling me what to do. But this is what I need to do. It's the reflection part of it. And I was procrastinating, but I'm going to get her done. And like I said, this is kind of private. This year, at a glance, this we can share. We can definitely do this because I did this May 1st through the 9th, 9th through the 16th. I have 4 of them. So honestly, this is May, and I'm going to paper clip it. And I'm going to clip it over here. And you know what? Each week, I will throw a different paper clip in it. Love it. And then this is weekly money. And I'm going to look. All right. Weekly money, I did 1 through 9, 9 through 16, 17 through 23. I did not do the last one. And I knew that. And I'm going to get that done. But I need to do 2. This is monthly. This is weekly. Okay. That's what I'm going to get done. All right, everyone. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.